I literally am like getting sick over this mentally and physically. Welcome back to another video, everyone. If you don't know who I am, my name is Amy. I'm in law school. I live in Miami. I just finished my second year of law school, and for the summer I'm working at a law firm. This weekend I've been really stressing because I have an assignment due on Monday and I had only a week to work on it, which is not that much considering I had a million other things to juggle during that week. I've decided that I'm gonna dedicate my entire weekend to trying to get this thing done. Let me give you some details on what we're working on, but before I do that, I kind of wanted to explain what I did today. It's 2 p.m. right now. This morning I went to confession for church, and then I got breakfast with some friends from church, and it was so nice. I don't regret a second of it, even though I was feeling kind of stressed and I felt the pressure of this memo. I'm so happy I went because I love hanging out with friends. Honestly, it just puts me in a better position to do research. After that, I came home, I cleaned up around the house, I cleaned up around my room. The air smells fresh. I lit a candle. I opened up all my windows, really got in the mood and the vibe of, okay, I'm gonna get some work done, and I'm gonna work probably for 8 hours straight because I want this to be almost done by tomorrow so that tomorrow I can just edit. Let me explain to you what's going on. And if you're thinking, girl, it's not that deep, it is that deep. A lot is riding on this because first impressions are everything. It's only my second week in the law firm, so I need to turn in at least some type of quality work. I want a job after I graduate, and in order to do that, I need to turn in some good work. Okay, before I explain to you what I'm assigned, and I'm not gonna explain exactly what I'm assigned, obviously, I'm not allowed to share those things, but I'm gonna explain kind of in general terms. It's applicable to a lot of different firms, so it's in no way violating any privacy about the case, about the client, nothing. In a law firm, you usually have a hierarchy of attorneys, unless it's a really small firm. But usually it's like an associate, which is the bottom level, like entry level attorney with 1 to like a few years of experience. And then above them you have the partner. Sometimes you can have like different levels of associates. I think it goes associate, partner, managing partner, shareholder. I could be wrong about that hierarchy, but what matters right now is that I was assigned something by an associate, but technically my direct supervisor is the partner. That being said, around a week ago, I was assigned a memo, a research memo by this associate. I love her so much. She's super smart and super like inspirational. She's a mother, she's a lawyer, she literally does it all. She assigned me this memo. There are roughly around 3 issues. It could technically be more, but I kind of generalized it to 3 issues just because it's the most efficient way to frame the paper. And what you do in a research memo is literally research the issues that you're given. So you go on sites like Westlaw, you go on LexisNexis, you should read secondary sources, articles, etc., to find the answers and supporting cases for these legal questions. That being said, the reason why it takes so long to do these memos is because the research in itself is pretty hefty, because you have to cross-reference a bunch of different things and you have to go to like, what other decisions cited this case? Is this case still good law? Are there any other cases that oppose this case? Do different jurisdictions have different opinions on this one issue? Because then it's like a split jurisdiction issue. Point is there's a lot of considerations, and with legal research it's really important to take out the exact rule from a case but make sure that it's accurate so that you're not stating it incorrectly, if that makes any sense. I'm not going to waste time explaining to you the nitty-gritty. General explanation of this memo is that I have some issues I have to research, and then I have to actually write the memo, which writing the memo in itself kind of takes a while, but honestly my biggest concern is actually finding the cases. It is 2:04 p.m. I'm about to start researching, and I wanted to document this journey just because yesterday and just the entire week I was kind of panicky about this assignment because it's kind of a big assignment. There's a lot to do for the assignment, and it's like once you turn it in, you turn it in, and somebody kind of either is able to use what you put together, or it could be completely useless. So my biggest fear is that I turn it in and it's just useless. For today's research session, I'm drinking this Mason Perrier Forever Blackberry flavor. In my previous video I gave this a 4 out of 10, I think, or a 6 out of 10. I completely changed my opinion. I had the Mason Perrier Forever Lime. That was like literally a 1 out of 10. I don't recommend the Forever Lime flavor. I'm just drinking them so that I'm not wasting anything, but this one is honestly like a 9 out of 10. If you are a sparkling water, if you're like a sparkling water fanatic, This one's pretty good. So what I usually do whenever I'm starting to research an issue is start a Word document, but I already have a Word document like up right now. I have multiple Word documents. I have like 3 Word documents that are up right now. For some reason, my head just needs that like reset, you know? So I usually close everything that I have open on Lexis, Westlaw, Safari in general, because usually I get like 15 tabs at once and it overwhelms me to the point where I can't do this efficiently anymore. And it's, yeah, sure, some people might think that that's stupid because I'm throwing away the progress that I've already made. Not really, because I know what I'm doing and I know what cases I've already seen, and I know. If you're wondering if I like to research, I'm one of those people that likes the aesthetic of researching and I like the aesthetic of writing, but I have full-on like panic attack sessions. I freak out whenever I have to research because I know how long research takes and I know how like stressful it can be. It's fun to me whenever I can find the correct cases right away, but then it's like you wouldn't have gotten the research assignment if it was easy to find. I don't know. Now I'm just yapping and I'm not being productive. I'm gonna post a quick TikTok video too. Guys, I promise you I'm productive. It's just whenever I'm filming videos I kind of get off track, but the reason why I wanted to film a video today in the first place is just because if I'm gonna panic, I may as well get some content out of it, you know? This too shall pass. I'm gonna turn in the assignment. It's gonna be okay. God's got me. I don't know if you can tell from the light outside, but it's much later. It's around like 4 to 5 p.m. right now. I have been able to find some cases. I've been making progress in the case research. I don't know if I mentioned hives at the beginning of this video. If I didn't mention it, I have hives and they're really bad. Like, I don't know what's causing them, but it is unbearable. And it is so weird because they will kind of like flare at random times. This started, I forgot when this started. This started happening 2 nights ago. I got really stressed. I started feeling burning in my chest, and whenever I start feeling burning in my chest, I know that I'm gonna have a physical reaction, and I don't know why that's the case. It just always happens. I'm currently heating up some food right now just so that I can have some dinner / lunch type of vibe. Kind of depressed right now a little bit, not gonna lie. I feel like I'm going through like the 6 stages of grief. I don't even know if it's 6, but you got what I'm saying. Just like depressed, I don't know. Actually, I shouldn't say depressed because I'm sure I'm not actually depressed. I'm just like, I cannot wait for this to be done with. I cannot wait to just turn it in. It could just be that I'm a dramatic person. I don't like to think that I'm dramatic because I think this is actually hard, but whatever. Maybe I am just dramatic. But if you're wondering what I'm eating, I didn't remember to make rice, so I'm just literally eating straight chicken, which is fine because I like chicken and it's protein and whatever. So I'm gonna go in my room. I'm gonna eat this. Probably gonna have sparkling water, and then like an hour later I'll keep working. I don't know. I'm like feeling really down right now, not gonna lie. But I also feel like I'm being dramatic, so I'm just gonna stop talking. So it's much later in the night. I'm not gonna lie, I stopped working for a while just because I really was exhausted. It wasn't worth my mental health. Honestly, I was going through it a little bit, a lot actually. But yeah, I got these really, my hand looked broken in that clip, but I got these super sweet comments from 2 women on one of my shorts, and they were just really making me feel better about everything tonight. So, oh my goodness, who's blowing up my phone? So I just decided I'm probably gonna just get ready for bed. Maybe try to do some work in bed, but at the end of the day, if I can't get it done, I think I'm just gonna ask for an extension. I literally am like getting sick over this mentally and physically, and it's just not worth it. If this for some reason impacts their perception of me in a really negative way, I have to be okay with that. And I have to be confident in my own abilities enough to the point that like it's okay. Not everything is gonna work out in life. Maybe I was like overthinking everything. Maybe it really just was never that deep. I just really care about my work. I really care about people's perception of me. I care about the things that I turn in. I want them to be good. I think I'm really just getting into my head way too much. I've gone back and forth in my head so much today that I've gotten to the point that I just can't keep letting it affect me mentally. My birthday is literally in like 5 days. I just remembered. That's the other thing that's kind of depressing, is I've been so caught up in work that I forgot that my birthday is literally in 4 to 5 days, and that is so depressing that I forgot when it's a week away. Everything about it is really depressing. And maybe I'm just a depressing person. I don't know. Maybe there's something wrong with me, but I'm just not okay right now. I need to sleep. I just need to sleep. Tomorrow will be a new day, and I'm sure when I'm editing this, I'm gonna be like, bro, you need to chill. I'm gonna be scared of myself when I watch this back. It's a brand new day. I went to sleep around, I would say 12 in the morning last night. I could not sleep. I don't know why. But today's a brand new day. It's Sunday. I'm gonna go to church, but first I'm gonna eat. I'm just really hungry. I'm really tired. I woke up around 4 this morning, 4 a.m. because I had a nightmare. It was horrible. Yeah, I'm just like really paranoid about certain people in my past attacking me and stalking me and like someday like doing something terrible to me. I don't know where the paranoia came from. I don't know, it's like scary. And I even get scared in real life. I get paranoid like, oh my gosh, what if they know where I live? It's really irrational. But yeah, so I woke up at 4 a.m. and I had that nightmare, and then I went back to sleep and I woke up at 6:30 a.m. I took a shower, I got ready, and yeah, so now it's like around 9 a.m. It's 8:49 actually. It's 8:49. Now I'm gonna make some coffee, but it's a brand new day. So we're gonna start the day with positive energy. I was really depressed last night. I hate using the word depressed because I know that it's serious and I don't want to make it like a word we just throw around. But I was really in a bad mood last night. So hopefully this morning will be better. I just finished eating my breakfast. I had a bagel with an egg and cheese like I do every single morning, and it was really yummy. I don't know if I told you guys, but I lost my ring. Pretty sure I did tell you. I lost my ring. I think about it every morning. So sad. I really loved that ring, but I also don't want to like idolize material things. It's whatever. I could always just buy another ring. It's really not that deep, but it does suck a little bit. Also, I notice I blink a lot in videos. Bear in mind, I'm not being paid to work extra hours, which kind of sucks. But also, it's like what you put in is what you're gonna get out. And sometimes you have to sacrifice some of your free time in order to get to somewhere that you want to be. Some people might think that having the windows open is super creepy, but personally, I really like it. I feel like nobody can really see inside my room or the house unless it's nighttime. And I've tested it out. I go outside during the daytime, you literally can't see anything unless you had binoculars. But at that point, if you have binoculars, you're going out of your way to see what I'm doing in my room. Either way, I really don't care. I mean, I pray that no one's actually stalking me. Like, I love having natural sunlight. It makes me super happy. I don't like artificial lighting. I think when I have my own house one day, I'm gonna decorate my house really like with nature vibes. I don't think I'm gonna do really any major work before church. I'm just gonna take this time to relax, to calm down. Maybe I'll take a short nap, and then after I come back from church, I'll actually start doing work. Exact time is 11:46. I just got back from church, and then I went to Publix. I ended up wearing a cute little dress. Now I'm lighting a candle. Is this like not lighting? Okay. My friend from church actually bought me a little Christmas gift. I already opened it. It was like a bunch of cute stationery. I literally love stationery, which is funny that she got me stationery. Ever since I've been little, knows that I love like journals, I love pens, I have so many of them. It's honestly such a bad addiction, and I should probably chill. Okay, here's the vibe. It's 3:30 p.m. I don't even know when the last time that I filmed was, but I have the cases that I need. So like, it's not perfect, but it's enough to write something. I'm just having an issue with how I'm gonna format it, because I think that one case can sort of answer 2 issues. Just use the same case for the last 2. I just got an email, my work email. Let's check what the email says. It was just like a little task. That's where I'm at. I'm not freaking out anymore at this point. I'm doing my best. And at the end of the day, I'm not the lawyer. I literally just finished my 2nd year of law school. So I'm really just like, I know nothing. So I'm gonna give myself that grace. But I think I might go to Chipotle and get food. I was gonna cook, but I didn't end up buying any chicken because I just told myself, you know what, I'm gonna get Chipotle. I don't really want to cook today. I would say it's gonna be like 13 to 14 pages when I'm done. At the end of the day, it's not about quantity, it's about quality. Hey guys, so it's officially the next day. I'm getting ready for work. I ended up finishing it, and then this morning I read over it. I tried to like fix things that I kind of jumped out at me that I didn't like. And then I just created a chart of like quick reference. I don't know how I feel about it. I'm just really happy that it's done. And I just wanted to make sure that something was turned in by the deadline. It's around 8:03 in the morning. Yeah, I don't even know what to say anymore. I'm just like really tired. But this morning I was really happy when I turned in the assignment because I was like, thank God that that got done, because I was struggling. I was panicking. You guys saw. I don't even want to watch the video back or edit it because I know that it's going to be like traumatic. You guys are totally valid if you thought that I was being dramatic through the whole video. That's fine. I think I just care a little bit too much about my work sometimes when really the stakes aren't that high and I put a lot of pressure on myself. So that's why I was freaking out. I'm just gonna probably make a quick sandwich for lunch. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed a little behind the scenes of the process of writing a memo in a weekend.